Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. Hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I hope everyone is having a happy Friday. How is it going? Hey, Frank. Frank is always the first one here in Alabama, Lower Alabama. How's everyone doing? I'm going to give YouTube a few minutes to let you guys know I am live. And then let's see, can we get Facebook pulled up? Sometimes I have a hard time with Facebook, but I'm going to try. So, don't kill me, guys. If I can't see your name in the comments. Hey, welcome. In search of, how are you? Greetings. Finally got the name correct. How's everybody doing on this Friday? I had to come on and tell you guys how I undercharge on an apostille. Geletta, what's going on? Hi, Geletta or Gelada? And welcome to the other people that are here and those who will join us on the replay. I think it's Miss Gelada. Lisa D's in the house. How's it going, Lisa? So yeah, I wanted to hop on for a few minutes. I will we'll do some questions and answers and see what we can do to help you all in your business. But I wanted to share some tips with you really quick. I've invited a special guest on from North Carolina. Let's see, can we bring her up right quick? Hold on one second. Hello, Belinda, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, it worked. So before I tell you guys about the apostille, I'm so excited to introduce my special guest, Belinda B. Bennett from North Carolina. She's a notary there. She's a notary coach in North Carolina. Short version, and I'm going to get into the story really quick. Belinda, you want to say hello?
Say one more time.
Uh-oh. I was like, would you like to say hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. I am, again, Belinda Bennett. I'm here in North Carolina, and I teach a lot of my notaries as far as the North Carolina laws. And I believe in once you know the law and understand it thoroughly, you can truly do whatever you need to do in your job as a notary.
Yeah. So Miss Belinda and I, hey, Lisa, Veronica, Mitzi. Okay. They're saying, hey, Miss Bennett. So really quick about Belinda and I, we met just recently face to face. I watched her on another YouTuber, Griff's channel one day, and I was like, I like the way she thinks, because we also are very big, you guys know, at Notary Educators and having a good foundation. Hey, Angie, what's going on? So I like the way Miss Belinda thinks. Hey, Marcel, welcome. So I had invited her on last Saturday when we did not have the event. She's assisting Lori Morgan with the Level Up 2023 conference. And I had invited her on stage, but we just could not make it happen for some reason. So I was going live tonight, and I thought I would try to extend that invitation again. I really wanted you all to meet. So I'll come back to Miss Belinda in a minute. She's just going to hang out while I tell you my apostille story really quick. I did mention that to her, so don't tell me I'm being rude and not let my guests speak, because y'all know y'all will. But I already let her know I got a few minutes. I needed a few minutes to tell this story right quick. So for those of you who do not know what an apostille is, the brief version is, and a document has to have a certain level of authentication or certification prior to leaving the United States. It could be going to Cuba, it could be going to Jamaica, France, Spain, it could be going anywhere. Egypt, okay? It could be going anywhere. Hey, Gail Sutton, first time on the live, welcome. That's why I said I like to mix up the times a little bit so we can get more new people too. So, we'll definitely still be going live. We kind of changed our plans for 2023. We'll talk about that with Alexis and Angela another day. B. Wells is in the house. Welcome. So back to the apostille story though. So an apostille needs a document needs a higher level of authentication prior to leaving the United States. So I priced the job, and just for those of you who do not know, when you're pricing your job, there's so many things you have to factor in. I'm sure you've heard numbers thrown around like $150, $175, $400, up to $800, right? So this particular job, I priced at $250, and that was going to be for 3 documents, starting out in the United States, working its way over to Cuba. Well, Cuba, for those of you who do not know, is a non-Hague country. So this is not a lesson on apostilles. You guys know Angela is our apostille teacher. So that's not what this is about. But a Hague country has a simpler process, and it's really just handled within your state. Okay. But the non-Hague documents must go through your state process, and then also through a Washington, D.C. process. So really, we got two different types of processing that are happening. So of course, that means more money, more time, more everything, right? So I priced this job at $250 because I only really factored in the local processing. And again, this is a Cuba document. It's going to Cuba. So it was going to need the D.C. part of it also. So the DC price, I thought I was doing a favor for this person. I wasn't trying to charge them what I would charge my regular client because it is someone that I know. However, after I talked to Angela, she said, Kim, you must be doing this as charity this time, huh? It's just a gift. It's just a complete gift, huh? And I was like, no. I said, what do you mean? She said, you did not factor in each document for DC is $20 to have authenticated. She said, you did not factor in the UPS pricing each way, which is almost another $50. So we're at $160, and I made nothing for my time processing on the other side. If you guys hit the like button for me, so I appreciate it. Hey, Tanisha, Gail, what's going on? Yeah, so I underpriced. So you guys see, I was already at $250 on my pricing for the local part, but I neglected the whole process almost, or the cost to go to DC. That was $200. So some tips really quick. When you're thinking about your apostille pricing, you must have all the facts. Angela always says, if you have to tell a person to hold on for 1 second, I would have had her on with me tonight, but she had a couple jobs that she had to do, and then our schedules just did not mesh, and I had to talk to you all and do my video at this time because I have another meeting at 7. I have my own client at 6:30. So we're going to come back to that. Hey, V Hargett, welcome. So when you're doing your apostilles, though, you want to think about several things. If you have a pen and paper, you're thinking about doing it, I want you to write these tips down, okay? So you want to think about, where is the document going, the final destination? Where did it originate? You want to think about all the travel involved. Do you have to send it to your Secretary of State? Do they have to send it back to you? Do you have to send it to DC? Do they have to send it back to you? So that's 4 different FedEx or 4 different UPS right there. We are never using UPS unless the state requires it. We always want to be able to track it. So already, again, I have shorted myself $200. So am I going to go back and ask for my money? You know I am, because I have to let the person know I didn't correctly price it. So I have no qualms or no problems about going back and say, hey, I underpriced the job. I don't like to do that. If it was like $5 or $10, I would just let it go. But I cannot pay for her shipping to Washington, D.C. in Virginia and all that. I cannot pay for that. I'll be broke, right? So that was my little story about undercharging my apostille. So again, for all things apostille, a couple more things. That's why I write notes. You also have to factor in if the document needs to be translated, right? Because some countries want the document translated prior to coming over there. So you have to factor in that fee, okay? You got to factor in if you have to go and pick up the package or not from the client. So it's a lot of different variables when it comes to apostilles. So again, Angela Johnson, you guys know her as our other trainer. She is our apostille guru over here. Hey, Juju, welcome. Hey, Granita. And if you are interested in taking her training, just look over at notaryeducatorsllc.com and she'll be more than happy to help you with your apostille journey. You guys know 2023, that's what I'm all about, is learning the process for myself like Angela does. She got it. I took her class again the other day. I've been in the class 3 times, y'all. I needed it 3 times because I wasn't ready. In search of, the info. Oh, I'm glad she says the info is sincerely appreciated. Yes, I'm trying to help you guys, avoid the mistakes that I have made or will make or am making. Oh, yes. Alta V, Scott, my transparency. Yes, my pleasure. So again, don't make the same mistakes that I'm making. So we're going to go ahead and bring our guest up. Oh, before we do, when I talked about translation, guys, do not wait until you have a document that needs to be translated and then want to know, how do I go about it? I have a brand new translation course. Brand new. And if you're going to be doing apostilles, you need to know the translation process. I have a free video on it, but of course, everything we do around here like a pro, there is a course. So check out the translation course. Coupon code is Level Up 2023. And again, if you're going to be doing apostilles, you want to know how to facilitate the translation of documents. Okay. Hey, Clint, how's it going? Welcome. Hey, Sharon. So, Miss Belinda, are you ready? We're going to go ahead and bring you on. You busy? I can't hear you.
No, so I was trying to get that taken care of. You can't.
Okay, you ready?
Hear me?
Yes. So we'll bring on Miss Belinda officially now. So can you tell us, I know you did a slight introduction in the beginning. For those of you who are just joining us, I have a special guest I brought on, Miss Belinda B. Bennett from North Carolina. I'll tell you how we met after she introduces herself, and then we'll come back and do a little Q&A with her, okay? So Miss Belinda, why don't you tell us about yourself? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Is she frozen? Can you hear me, Miss Belinda?
Can hear. Going in and out for some reason.
Yes, you are.
I can hear you.
Okay. You can go ahead now. Yes. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I am Belinda B. Bennett here in North Carolina, and I carry the title NC Notary Coach. After being commissioned back in 98 as a notary, my journey started at the Department of Social. I got out of the military, so I served in the Army, and then took on the role of still protecting and serving unintentionally when I was working for the county and the state. And then I realized along my journey as a mortgage broker processing assistant, I actually learned a lot about the documents and realized with an attorney that I can actually help facilitate closings. So that just changed the trajectory of what it was that I understood as far as being a notary and still being of service and being able to have a additional income stream because of the introduction. Going forward, I got certified. I also became an electronic notary in 2007. And in North Carolina, we became e-notary capable in 2006. So going through all of these different, additions to being a notary, it was more of me moving into the space of an educator, mentor, and a coach in 2015, when it was very evident that there was a lot of information that a lot of notaries were not familiar with. They were not feeling comfortable with executing their jobs. So I became a mentor when they started calling after a video went viral that I was interviewed in back in 2016, actually. And that just pretty much led the opportunity for me to move into what I feel totally is my passion and my path, as educating and helping others in that way.
Okay, very good, very good. Now, let me say how we know each other. Then I got a couple of questions because you said you were in the military. Hold on one second. I'm just sending Alexis and Angela a message if they wanted to join us. They can. Right. I know they both did. I know they both had things going on. So anyway, yeah, so just really quick. So you guys know that Angela and I were both, maybe you don't know, but Angela and I were accepted as ambassadors. Oh, guys, this might be a client. I'm so sorry. Can you talk about something that's Belinda? I'll be right back. I'm sorry, y'all.
And she said, Angela, she's talking about me. So when it came to me and Kimmi, I've actually followed for a while, as well as other notaries in other states, because I feel as a notary, we don't need to limit our standard. It's always good to be able to connect with other like minds, no matter where they're at. If you're on here, you're probably here because you're wanting to get more information. You want to know how both of being a notary, the education of it all.
Hey, Belinda, check your internet or something, because you're really breaking
as
up.
Well as growing a business without
Belinda,
having to feel like you're comparing yourself. What happened?
Your internet, something you're like really choppy. We hear every other word.
I don't know why that is. Oh, wow. I think it's just my connection. If I have planes
now, when you put
flying
your head,
over,
when you put your
it can
when you
cause
put
a
your
problem.
head up, when you have your head straight up, we can hear you.
Is this different or is it better?
Yep.
Okay. So I apologize, guys. I don't know what you may have missed or received.
Well, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to it. So hold on 1 second then. Yep. Just, I hate to have you put your head up, but that's the only way we can hear you clearly.
That's okay.
So Miss Belinda, as I was stating before I got my call, that's my 6:30. They were calling to change it to 6 o'clock. So that's fine. That's even better for me. So that's an I-9. I'm gonna talk about that too in a second. So Miss Belinda and I met officially. Angela and I were accepted as ambassadors for the NNA for 2023. And we met Miss Belinda on a call that we all had last week. So that's how I actually got to officially meet her, to meet her and everything. But like I said, I was impressed by her knowledge of the North Carolina law and then her foundation that she tries to impart into notaries, which is what we do too. So now we'll come back to Miss Belinda. I'll ask you a couple of questions really quick, and then we'll let you kind of talk about, whatever you like. So as far as the military is concerned, is there anything that we need to know as far as pricing for military? We got a couple people saying thank you for your service too. Is there any, can you hear me?
Well,
can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but you were going in and out as well.
Let me see if they're saying anything in the comments. Okay, Miss Belinda, can you tell us, is there anything special that we need to know about notarizing and pricing for the military?
As a notary, we have our regulations as far as our fees. So it's up to you if you want to honor military veterans, active or that are, again, veterans, as far as discounting or not charging them at all. So it's a case-by-case basis. If you want to run a special around like November because of Veterans Day, if you want to actually think of it as far as Memorial Day, you can actually allow yourself to create more customers wanting to actually work with you because they appreciate you acknowledging veterans or Army active duty. So that is something that you can totally control and decide how you want to actually advertise that.
Okay, I like that answer. And then also, hey, Miss Wi-Fi, Miss Lindia, Stephanie, and I believe I said, hey, Gernita. So I like that answer. And also, so you can offer a discount, everyone, if you're thinking you want to recognize people's service. Military, as well as teachers, is another community that people often give discounts to. Now, how about notarizing? Not the actual notarization piece, but Because that's just going to be a regular notarization. Can you explain a little bit about the not copying the military ID? Because I know that is a thing. We're not supposed to copy it. Do you know why, or any feedback on that?
Okay, so there are certain securities and provisions when it comes to IDs. When you actually do an identification copy, it's supposed to not be in color. It got to be black and white. That is one of the rules. When it comes to just having things on record, when it comes to military, they need to be protected when it comes to their identification, because as a notary, you probably have come across a lot of situations where someone has been a victim of identification or ID theft, where someone else has taken their identity. And if you have a photocopy of an ID that's color, then that's the closest thing of someone duplicating that to create a fraudulent ID. So you don't want to help them in this regard if something happens to those documents that you have no control over, and someone that is a criminal in criminal minds will actually create an opportunity for themselves. So our goal is to, again, protect those that we're serving in the capacity of a notary by information, by actually where we're actually a lot of the information into the journal itself, but it's not just the ones that can communication, which is part of our job. So again,
Okay.
we're as we're still covering ourselves.
Okay. So you can make a copy of it as long as it's not in color. Is that what you're saying? Miss Belinda, can you hear me?
You're frozen.
Can you make a picture? Can you take a picture of the military ID as long as it's not in color? Oh, you can't hear me. Am I frozen? They said I'm not. Belinda, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'll ask the question again. I was saying,
now.
Can you make a copy of a military ID as long as it's not in color? Oh, I really want to answer to that.
To my all right. So when it comes to North Carolina, depending on who you are notarizing for, if it's required, like if they're doing a loan, they may actually have to have that as proof of their identification. Because as our state issued ID, like our driver's license or identification card or your passport, these are all recommended and approved identification documents that we can actually make copies, but it need to be in black and white.
Okay, so that's the key then, because I don't have a lot of military people to use their ID for loan signings, but that's come up quite frequently with loan signing clients that are military, and it's like we've been told you're not supposed to make a copy, period. But now you're adding the color piece, so that may change. I'll do a little bit more research on that myself. Let me say hey to a couple people over on Facebook. Hey, Tashina, Juju, Alexis is watching, and also Tarsha. Welcome, welcome. And to those who will join us on the replay, appreciate everyone being here. So let's see, what else can I ask you about? And then what is your fee for North Carolina when it comes to, because you can't charge a travel fee, correct?
Yes, we can. The bill was passed July the 8th by Governor Cooper, who actually signed into law that we can charge for travel, increase our fee. So for over a decade and a half, maybe 2 decades now, was only $5 per notarial act per principal signer. It's now $10.
I know it's $10.
Well, we can actually charge $15 versus $10.
So each notarial stamp for the North Carolina is $15 now?
Fees are
breaking up.
Cent.
So Miss Belinda, can you hear me now?
Say one more time.
I'm gonna get you to repeat that, because for some reason we had a bad connection right when you were discussing that. So now in North Carolina, you can charge $15 per notarial stamp?
Yeah, for Connect Stable.
$15 per notarial stamp.
That's only e-notary. When it comes to the regular notarization, it's $10 per notarial act
Okay,
per
that's
principal
what I
signer.
thought. Okay, that's what I thought. So e-notary is $15 per stamp, and regular traditional notary is $10 per stamp.
So it's not per stamp. In North Carolina, it's per notarial act. So basically, anytime that we're seeing anyone actually witnessing their signature is based on how many times we're witnessing a person's signature that we're able to charge.
Okay. Very good. Very good. And then as far as the travel fee, what is the new rule you said as far as the travel fee for North Carolina?
The travel fee is based on the Internal Revenue Service allowed amount for reimbursement rate, which is 65.5 cents per mile, but it has to be a written mutual agreed amount before a notary meets the actual signer.
Yeah, I always tell people to make sure that they itemize the statement. Because like now that the fee has gone up for you all, like in Georgia, it's only $2. So I don't even charge the $2. My stamps are free. I just charge my travel fee. So, and then as you know, for those who don't know, I just release a new pricing video. So you can check it out. Well, I thank you for sharing that information with us. Do you mind if we answer a few questions from the chat? And while that's hitting, Miss Belinda, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to put it in there. We're going to answer a few of your questions. So Miss Belinda, In Search Of has a question for you. So to clarify, can you hear me? Miss Belinda? Oh, I hate we having this bad connection, y'all. Miss Belinda, so to clarify, if you can hear me, for military IDs, it can only be in black and white. Yeah, I think we got a problem. Let me see, can she exit and come back? Can you? Let me see. Let me text her. So anyway, that is what she was saying In Search Of about the ID. That's my understanding. And I'm going to do a little bit more homework on that myself to confirm if you can make a copy of it, because all the time that I've been doing notary signing, we've been told never to make a copy of it, period. It didn't matter if it was in black or white or color. I'm going to see, can she come back in if that will fix her problems over there. So what other questions do you all have this evening? So for those of you who do not know, also, there is a book that I've written for each and every state to help you start your notary business. So that law and then I didn't focus on Ron in the book. I go over a little bit about Ron, the pros, the cons of it, or what to think about. But I didn't go over actually all the fees associated with that, because I was crystal clear in the book. I want you to do some homework because there's so many different platforms that you can use for Ron. Let me know if you all have any questions for me before I head out, because I hate that signal. Me and Miss Belinda, the signal is just not working. Any other questions we have this evening? I know In Search Of, I'm going crazy trying to get that interview with her. So what other questions do you all have? And she's not looking at her phone because I'm telling her to try again to come back in. While we are waiting, I want to tell you about Lori Morgan's event tomorrow. I will be a speaker. One of the speakers, she has like 40. So I'm just a little bitty person in there. I know, Mitzi, I had to let her out. I had to let her go. So hopefully she can come back. Lori's event, though, is called Level Up. In honor of that, I changed the coupon code on all the courses to Level Up 2023. They are 50% off. Also, now the bundles, if you buy more courses, you save. So if you buy the big pack, you get $30 off. I think it's 20 off the 4-pack and then 15 off the 3-pack. So I tried to bundle the courses in such a way of what you need to actually start your business. So the 4-pack express gives you everything you need to start your notary business, how to price, everything. Okay. So check out the courses and the books for your state if you have not already. No questions tonight. Everybody good? How's business going? Let's talk about that for a few minutes. How's business going? Any wins? Any losses? So you all know my loss today. If you did not watch the beginning of the video, go back and watch, because I almost cost myself $200 on my apostille. So go back and watch that. Nothing else. Well, I'm not going to hold you. I was cleaning, so I got cleaning stuff all in my throat. I had to clean the bathrooms. I'm not just a notary. Not yet, still grinding. Okay, insert job. Okay, as long as you're grinding, you in the fight. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. Well, I won't hold you all just for the sake of holding you. I'm going to wish everyone a happy Friday. So we'll walk away with a few tips tonight. If you want to offer military discounts, teaching discounts, things of that, as Miss Belinda said, it's appreciated. We do appreciate her for trying again to join us on Notary Life with Kimmi. Angela and Alexis will join me soon. If you are not part of the Facebook group, please sign up, because there's going to be so many things happening. And that will probably be our main communication, because I can just get over there quicker. I always try to put things in the YouTube community post. So watch that also. I always try to post everything there. And we have quite a few events coming up in the near future. So we really don't want you to miss out on anything. Okay. Well, until next time, everyone, have a great weekend. And I will see you all soon. Okay. Thank you. Bye, Miss Gernita. Bye, Inserta. Bye, Missy. Gail. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining me, Veronica, Lisa. See you later. And those on the replay, welcome and have a great day wherever you are. Bye. Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at notaryeducatorsllc.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.